What's up, gamers? How's it going? It's John, and in this video, I'm going to be taking a closer look at a brand new Dreamcast game called 4x4 Jam. I'm super excited about this because I'm a big fan of Dreamcast. It's crazy that we're coming up on 20 years. In 2019, it'll be 20 years that the Dreamcast has been out. It really blows my mind to think how long ago that was, and it feels like yesterday for me because I got the Dreamcast when it first came out, and it is one of my favorite consoles of all time. If you're not familiar with the Dreamcast by Sega, I highly encourage you guys to check it out. It really does hold up graphically and just gameplay-wise over time fairly well. This is a brand new game for that system. It's called 4x4 Jam. It is produced by Invictus Games, and it's actually published by Josh Prod. He actually helped port this over. And I say port it over because you might recognize the title. It actually initially was released on iOS and Android, and it also came out on the PSP, the Sony PSP. So it's kind of cool they're taking a game that came out initially on modern platforms and they're bringing it back up to the Dreamcast. I think that's super cool. Josh Prod does a number of these new Dreamcast games. One of them is including Flashback, which you may remember, which I plan on doing a video here shortly on as well. Let's open this up. The production value I just want to show you is top notch. It retails for $40 US, which I think is a really decent deal for a game like this. This is the first true 3D game, indie game for the Dreamcast since it came out, since it ended rather. Here's kind of the disc, what it looks like. This is available on PlayAsia.com. It retails $40 US, as I mentioned. And then here is the instruction manual. It's not a license. It's not an official licensed Sega product. Half the instructions are in Japanese, half of them are in English. So it has credits and very, very cool. All right. And you can kind of see the back here. I mean, really, the production value would never know that it's an indie game. It's to show you some other games that are coming out. Josh Prod is doing. He does an amazing job with some of these games. It's great that he's just breathing new life into the Dreamcast. I think that's super cool. Most Dreamcast indie games up to this point have been like fighters or shooters, kind of on a 2D scale. This is the first 3D style game. So without any further ado, let's plug this in, power it up, take a closer look, let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching. Love the Dreamcast boot up music. Definitely throws me back to when it first came out. Just fond memories of playing the system. And this is, I guess you'd call it an indie game for the Dreamcast. When it did come out for the PSP, it was a PSP mini game, so it wasn't a full-fledged game, but it was like a mini game. But there's actually quite a bit to 4x4 Jam. And I'm really impressed with the graphics and just the gameplay. You can pick different languages. There, if in case you're wondering, you can save it, but there is on the VMU, on the Dreamcast VMUs, there's no like image on the actual controller. I'll go ahead and put my name in. Go ahead and put in my name here. You don't start with any money. You have to earn money, and you can unlock different stages in the game, different levels. You can purchase different cars. So there's a lot of replay value in the game. There's autumn, sand dunes, rocks, Alps, different themes. Pretty sweet. Different modes as well. Free roam. There's a race mode. 2 laps. You can choose difficulty. Choose one. Greenfield is currently unlocked, so go and try that. Different vehicles right now. Beetle. You can customize your truck. The only truck you have to start with is a Beetle. And it's pretty smooth. There is some ghosting in the far distance, but that's to be expected for a retro console. This is free roam, where you basically ride around. Not quite sure what the goal of that is now. There are races, and it shows you kind of where to go. There's basic checkpoints, so it's a bit different than your standard race because there's no like racetrack per se, but there's various gates you have to win and beat your opponent. It shows you exactly where to go, so you're going to follow the arrow. Ring in the trees doesn't really affect you much. They're there just to be there for scenery. And the goal is really get as many races or gates as you can. And there's also laps here. This is more of, I guess, a standard race style, but again, there's no track. Well, there's a little bit there. Different laps. Doesn't show you where your opponents are though, like unlike most racing games, it'll show you how far back the other guy is compared to you. One cool feature there, you can change your camera angle. So you can do cockpit camera, which is sweet. A little harder to drive in this mode, but very cool nonetheless. There's a hood camera. I think the zoomed out helicopter camera is probably the easiest, at least for me. It's always been, in both racing games, it's easiest for me to navigate. And as you play this game, the opponents get obviously more challenging, the races get more difficult, so I think it's good that there's a lot of things you can unlock. Here there's a bumper cam, and there's a helicopter cam, external cam, so there's quite different camera angles, which is nice, and change kind of the way you play it. Overall, I'm really impressed with this game. Graphically, it's great. It looks like it was intended to be built for the Dreamcast, so I'm really impressed that this modern game was able to be ported to the Dreamcast fairly easy. Despite the system being 20 years old, it speaks volumes, in my opinion, as far as how ahead the Dreamcast really was. Let me know what you guys think. It's playasia.com is the site it's available for. I definitely recommend it. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you guys subscribing. We'll see you guys soon. Take care, and game on.